Gotta give you props, man.
Right.
I watch, I'm a loyal viewer of Misery Loves Company. I love Kevin. Like most people. Yeah, like most people, it's a one-way street. And and you were phenomenal on there. Your guy's guest today was Elisa Jordana, Benji's former ex. And, you remember last week Bob had a visit from the police because somebody swatted him?
Yes.
So it turns out that people have been doing research on where this all came from. And this discussion went about on Elisa Jordana's Discord for her show that she does. And Bob, in a very nice way, I mean, talk about new Bob, in a very nice way, kind of brought this up in a way for her, literally set it up on a silver platter for her to be like, you know what? No one's saying you told these people to do it, but it's happening under your watch, so maybe you need to make some sort of statement or handle it in some sort of way to show that you do not condone these actions.
Right.
And she just goes, that's not my problem. She goes, I don't
have time for that. I have so much on my plate. You don't even eat.
Yeah, she goes, I have too much going on to get involved with what's going on in the chat. And it's like, well, if you have a show, you better, because shit can go sideways. And if it's in your chat, believe it or not, depending on what the person did and how they went about doing it, you could be tied into that shit.
Right.
What does she have going on?
That Botox doesn't inject itself, okay?
I mean, and it's just this attitude of like,
listen, being a master of the keytar takes up a lot of time.
This attitude of like, well, it's not your problem. She goes, Bob, you're the fucking idiot for being so upset about it.
And I wasn't even upset. I was not. I'm not upset. It's like the first time the cops came here. I mean, that was one of the best times they came here.
You were a guest on her show. She even said you were a great guest and you were very professional on her show.
And I had her on mine.
And basically, you just said you set her a softball pitch, and you just said, "Hey, here's your chance to be like, you know what? Even though I in no way told anybody to do this, which Bob repeatedly said, no one's saying you're the one who did this, but you have to understand that it's happening in your world, and it's your world. Oh yes, don't let us get Officer Morse involved, because we will."
That's what I'm firm.
There's a guy that smells like bologna outside my door.
Yeah, and I thought it was phenomenal, and you and Kevin were doing good cop, bad cop.
But like Kevin didn't even know her, but he figured her out by the end.
He nailed her perfectly. His wrap up of her at the end was spot on.
She didn't want nothing to do with it. I'm too busy. And I go, well, is this how you treat your friends then?
Right.
Is it all about you? Is it all because
100%.
Guys that maybe are disabled or whatever look up to you that are on there or whatever? You know what I mean? That just fucking
listen,
guys.
Speaking of guys disabled looking up to people, something's going on over there. She's always been an odd one. She used to go around claiming that she was a writer on the show.
On what show?
On the Stern Show. I never saw her at any writers' meetings. I don't recall one bit that she gave or came up with or created for the show.
Julie never even seen her with a pen.
She didn't have a badge to come into the building. Like, hey, some shit's gone down. I don't want to get involved. I don't want to. You could even say, I don't have time for this shit. I need you guys to handle this. Or, I mean, I don't know. Shut your Discord down. I don't know what to tell you. That way you wash your hands of this and you have nothing to worry about. What was that?
I have no idea. Did you ever see anyone that was so into themselves that didn't care about anybody else at all? Like, I've never seen that before. It's like
you watch when she stops talking, she's just staring at herself in the camera. Well, yeah, maybe that guy's into himself a little more, but she's definitely a fan of her. You know what I mean? And she gets these fans on board, and then they're willing to do anything for her. And who knows? Maybe you said something about somebody. Maybe without knowing.
I didn't. I was very nice. I'm nice.
No, not you. Her. I'm saying maybe in an episode or in a show, she's ranting about this one or that one, and these people decide to do something in your name. That doesn't mean you're free and clear of everything.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But like, what's their goal at the end of the day by doing that? Like, what do they hope to accomplish?
Does
for
it
the
make
person
you moist, Alyssa?
for it to make
Moist Elisa.
Does it make you moist, Elisa?
what is your ultimate goal as a person doing this? What do you hope to gain from this? To scare the person, to get the person hurt or killed? Like, what is the end game for this move? What's your point in all this? That's what I can't wrap my mind around. But it's one thing to follow somebody you don't like and just tweet them all day long that they suck.
But name because
What guy?
I don't.
Oh, Botter?
Yeah, so she's mentioning the guy's name, and she's like, who cares? Who gives a shit?
Right.
Move on. Like,
Oof, can you imagine?
Guys find
and
me
who
pretty.
cares? Who cares if you're being swatted? Why do I gotta get involved if you're being swatted?
I think I was watching Steel Toe where they had a thing where when she was engaged to Andy Dick, right?
Yeah, at his worst time in his life. So yeah, come on.
Most people say it was the absolute rock bottom for him, and he's had a lot of bottoms, pardon the pun. But so he apparently one night gets mugged, and I mean beaten to bloody shit. And what does his fiance do? She starts a live stream and puts him on and starts interviewing. She doesn't take him to a fucking hospital. And by the way, if you think I'm kidding, that's her pinned tweet on her Twitter right now. If you go to her Twitter, that's the first tweet you see is a link to that episode.
That's love, man.
That's love. That's love. So it's just, first of all, why are you so angry if this guy is just having a discussion with you?
Exactly.
And it's not about people writing on Twitter, I swatted you. It's about a conversation going on in your Discord that's dedicated to your show for your fans. So that's a little bit more specific than a troll. Now, if the person who's writing that they did this in your Discord isn't responsible for it, well, guess what? That's still something you need to handle because now you're involved. It's in your shit.
But it doesn't matter to her. It does. She's too busy. She's too busy.
Lord knows what she's busy. Yeah, busy.
She doesn't have time.
Yeah.
Running on Andy Dick's dick.
All right, you're running on Kevin, who didn't even know who the guest was today.
Kevin didn't know who the guest was because nobody does, really.
All right.
Bob, if she has a Wikipedia, I should fucking read it. I always check the Wikipedia.
I just want to say something about the swatting. I didn't realize I was dealing with a bunch of slow adults here, that they didn't realize that I'm too busy to be involved in swatting bullshit.
Now
and
I'm retarded, but
I think you're a little retarded. Honestly, Bob, you're a little retarded. Yes,
No,
I believe you're a little slow.
fucking retarded.
No,
and
you're a
nothing
little
but a
retarded.
Fucking
I'm shocked at how slow you are. And
that fucks with retards.
We're all retarded for not realizing she's too busy to be involved with swatting.
Yeah.
And
Must
again,
take a lot of time to put that makeup on.
Yeah. Not with the fucking sandblaster she's got going on over there with that shit. But it doesn't. Again, no one's saying you're involved with the swatting. We're saying it's happening in your world, and you should say something about that to your people so they get the message that this isn't a good thing to do. And everybody's like, it's just, a couple cops show up and that's it. You know what? Some guy in Detroit fucking got killed because of one of these. So you never know. You never know what the fuck. You never know what city somebody's living in that you're doing this and how seriously the cops are going to take this. And fuck, man, it's nuts. And the fact that she won't say anything about it other than we're retarded is insane to me.
Right. Up her Wikipedia here, and she, according to her Wikipedia, which sounds suspiciously like it was written by her, she's talking about the Stern Show. After 12 appearances live in studio, Jordana was hired as staff writer on the program.
She was never a staff writer, never in a million years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, that is insanity.
You would know about that because you were there. Because I left by the time
I was a writer. Of course, I was there. I was one of the staff writers, and you know what? Next time somebody talks to her, ask her how many meetings she came to. How many writers' meetings a week did she come to?
And what bits got on the air?
Right. What days were the writers' meetings? Who led them? How'd it work? What? Explain how a process works. Because other than fucking a staff writer, I don't know that makes you a writer on the show. So, that's just my opinion. What do I know? I was just there for 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, you with your fake fucking lips. You know what I mean? Put him on a retard's cock, okay? Put him on a retard's, because go suck Andy Dick's fucking shit off his fucking dick. Okay?
I know Bob. That's still nice Bob that you're seeing. Mike can vouch. Mark, that's still I'm being nice Bob attacking.
Reserved Bob right there. Yep.
Yes. He's holding back. It's new Bob. Go ahead.
Look at you. This show is pathetic. Honestly, I want to save Kevin from this horrible show.
It's Kevin's show. It's Kevin's show. She has no fucking clue. You know what I mean? Because nobody's complimenting her, so she doesn't know what to say. You just say, "Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I just bought this."
Right. Yeah, nobody's sucking ass over here. Actually asking questions.
I want to save Kevin from Kevin's show, Bob.
Why do I need to get involved in your problems? Why do I need to do it?
Why am I involved in your swatting, Bob? Why don't you just go get 17 more zippers?
Apparently, it needs to be her problem for her to get involved. Otherwise, it has nothing to do with her. There's Bob and his zippers.
Yeah.
Why don't you get another down jacket, Bob?
She's so angry. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is she so angry about this?
Because she can't. She's one of these people that can't admit when they're wrong or take responsibility. That's the most important thing. Right. She has taken zero responsibility for any of this, and no one's saying she did this.
No one did.
But there is, if it comes from your world, you have to do something. You have to at least make an effort. I'm not saying you can stop these people from swatting people. The fact that they have this idea and do it, I think they're damaged goods to begin with. But saying something it's better than not saying anything. That I know.
Right. So. Wikipedia. She doesn't give her birth date, of course, but but just going with the information, she's probably around 45 years old.
Probably
between 43 and 45 is my estimate.
That was Mike Morris who said that, guy. So if you can send the cops to his address, that would be.
What did he?